Hello and welcome, I'm your host Elizibar. Flying Sparks, trade paperback. I think I would have liked to have read this in floppy form instead of in bound trade. Or I guess it's really more like a graphic novel, even though it's broken up into single issue type chapters. Let's flip this open. I mean, pretty nice cover, although I can see John Malin is taken after his mentor Rob Liefeld and not drawing feet. The perspective on this always felt weird to me. I can't quite see the pose. Like, I can't imagine it in 3D. But that's probably just because I need something... Wait, is she bent? Is this leg coming down? Is that it? It's not... That's it. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Man, we're a minute into this and we haven't even made it past the cover. Let's get past the cover. Little interior cover art. Is there a page in the middle? No? Alright. Anyway, story by John Delarose. Art by Jethro Morales. Colors by Shannon Ho. And letters by James Reed. I did notice... Well, we'll get to that in the next chapter. Starts off in a fight. Pro tip to writers. Action is a great place to start, especially when the action tells us something about the character. In this case, that she's not invulnerable, and that she's got gadgets. It's a good narration. We meet the other main character, and we set up some plot threads here. This guy, he's rich, he's an industrialist, he steals stuff for funsies. This guy knows more than you think he does. Look, he's just a barista, right? Nope. Don't believe the hype. And now, look, there's our hero. There's our fence guy. He's not really a hero, but he's the other protagonist. And what really kind of sold me on the book is their faces. Right here. You don't even really need the words to kind of understand the flow of what's going on in this conversation. She's desperate. She's looking for him. She's so happy to see him. He's happy to see her. He has to tell her something she won't like. She didn't like it. There are places in here where I don't particularly like the line art. Oh, yeah, here, just lots of relationship stuff. I was eating this up with a spoon. It was a lot of fun. Oh, where's one of the... Hold on, let me see if I can find one of the places where I didn't like the line art too much. Was it in the next chapter? Yeah, it was in the next chapter. Which is a good segue. I'm trying to avoid telling too much about the plot, beyond the fact that you got a hero and kind of a bad guy dating. And so there's lots of friction between them. They're keeping secrets from each other. It's pretty interesting stuff. They have a great dynamic together because they really are in love. Yeah, here we are. So the line art here, I think it's the same artist, isn't it? Yeah, Jethro Morales. The colors changed, which I didn't notice until this page, and we'll get to that in a second. I think over here, look how sketchily rendered a lot of this stuff is. And there's a lot of that in this, in the art in here. There's places where things really should have more detail, but they're just inked in such a quick fashion that the detail's lost. I really think we should be able to see more of her face up here. And maybe the artist was trying to let the colorist play, but in these long shots, it just doesn't work. You got to give some line art. Like, this person didn't have a face. It's not even a hint of a face. You could at least, like, drawn a line for eyes or something. Kind of like this guy got. Look at the broken down street light back here. This stuff all needed a little bit more oomph to it. The coloring's pretty fine, though. I'm not going to complain about the coloring. And I didn't notice the colorist had changed until this panel right here. And it's a very stark contrast. If we look over here, there's a lot of kind of sketchy stuff. And yeah, it's background, but there's a lot of sketchy stuff. Even this dude's face right here, like, The way the coloring worked with the line art doesn't actually look that great. His mouth is pink in an odd way. It should be like a flat black inside there. Especially from the angle that we're at and with the sun in the background. Like, his mouth should be a flat black. In fact, they should all kind of be in shadow, shouldn't they? At least I'm thinking the sunlight is coming from, like, over here. Yeah, that would definitely cast the sides of everybody kind of in shadow. But, you know, I was looking at this and I got to this. I was like, look at that lovingly rendered motorcycle. And that's when I noticed the kind of glow that everything in here kind of has at this part. And that made me go like, oh, the colorist did change. So anyway, there's this dude. He's causing mayhem. It's a good setup for a fight scene that kind of tells us about the characters. This dude's trying to fence that piece of art that this guy stole. Stuff's going wrong. Everything is going wrong, really. She's getting the crap beat out of her by this super strong dude. And then, man shows up and saves the day. Takes her to the hospital. And things spiral ever more out of control. Look at this, man. We got a ray gun now. And then, of course, naturally, some dudes try to take the ray gun. And we got a chase sequence and action. And we end on a cliffhanger. And the bad guy that stole the painting that the dude's trying to fence ends up with the ray gun. Like, it's crazy. And when I got to the end of it... Ooh, there's a very light, like, score in the cover right here. I didn't notice it until now because I have a light shining down like this and I can see that in the reflection. Yeah, see, there's the dude with the ray gun. Never kill your hired help, by the way. That's a rookie villain mistake. That's a rookie villain mistake. Okay, cool. I have said a lot of words. I haven't told you whether I really liked it or not. The art, kind of questionable quality on the interior. There's stuff I like in it, like that motorcycle is a gorgeously rendered piece of machinery. Anytime we get like a close-up of somebody, they look great. Long shots kind of degrade. And, come on, where's the background, bro? Where's the background? Why are we standing outside a panel? Well, maybe it's okay here. But backgrounds could use a little more work. At least the sky kind of makes sense here. Like, they're up in the clouds. That's okay. There's stuff on the walls behind them. But over here, like in his coffee shop office, there's not like a clock on the wall or a picture or nothing. It's just clay brown. What? Whatever. Cool. It was a pretty good story. After I reviewed John De La Rosa's Meta Man Special, which is like a prequel companion piece to this story. After all, we flipped through Meta Man saving the day in here somewhere. Meta Man saving the day. So, you know, I kind of came equipped with a little bit of foreknowledge about relationships and stuff. And I was reading that book that I was like, you know what, I'm going to go buy this thing off of Amazon. And sure enough, I bought this thing off of Amazon. The dynamics between the characters are great. I'm trying to come up with like a good way to put it. Like, it's a lot of fun, and it's not what I expected. I expected something where she and he were going to like fight each other directly. But instead, they're kind of, she's like at this angle and he's like at this angle, and they're going to converge somewhere down here and have a fight, but they didn't have a conflict right away. They just have opposed interests, you know. I thought that dynamic was great. The characters have great dynamic. The plot was fun. I got to the end of the book. I got to the end of this thing. Oh no, I don't want to show that page. I don't want to spoil everything. I got to the end of the book, and I was like, that's the end of it? You can't stop there. They stopped there, by the way. But they can't stop there. They stopped there. I want to read more. And when you get down to it, when you're looking at a story and you're trying to judge whether to recommend buying it or not, or giving your thoughts to people. Like, for me, it comes down to, did I want to read more when I got done? A lot of times it comes down to that question, and I absolutely wanted to read more, and not in the I wish I'd gotten like She Could Fly out, and I put that down. I'd be like, that's a bad example of I want more, because I wanted to read more of that train wreck. This isn't a train wreck. It's actually a very classic kind of story, told in a classic style, with decent art, good dialogue. Oh, I didn't even mention the lettering. James Reed, everything I read that James Reed letters just looks great. Like, I got no criticisms about the lettering. I didn't notice any typos, so I presume the editor did a great job. It was a fun read. It was fun, and it was fast, and it was very unsatisfying when I got done, because I wanted the next book. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check this out. You can get it on Amazon. I presume there's a website. Hold on. Let's open this up on the interior. Is there like a website ad or something we missed? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, I guess that's the ad, but it's really just an ad for more products that they're selling. It's not a website. But you at least get the idea of what you can search for. Just go to Amazon and buy it. That's what I did. Free shipping with Prime, right? How can you go wrong? Bye-bye.